Hey, everybody, and welcome to HomeRun Token Dugout Chat. We're back for our second edition now. It's already been another week since our first broadcast, and we decided each week we're going to reach out and touch base with our community, let them know about what the week that was, what happened, what's on deck for the week ahead, maybe some look around the league, as we like to call it, for what's happening in the market, do a little bit of a recap for you guys and answer some of the questions that we're seeing. And with each week, bringing in someone from the HomeRun team or community to be able to help shed some light on what's happening around here. We're going to go back to the well. We're going to go double header and back to our CEO with Justin Robbins for a second dip here, since it's so new and so early and there's so many questions and so much excitement. We figured that's the best person to go to. Let's go face the franchise. Justin, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing, Ryan?
Yeah, I cannot complain. I got to show you something here. Little extra incentive for today. This is the first HomeRun Token merch.
Nice.
So we got that. Had to make sure we kept that under wraps a little bit, but there we go. We're going to get some stuff made up here. Maybe we can share some of this with the community as well.
Heck yeah, really that's just plain sexy there.
I'm glad you like it. I was going for that, so thank you. But let's jump right in here. Let's talk about the week that was. So we had our first full week with the token on the market, and had some really exciting stuff happen. Huge Twitter response and a lot of push from the community, some really fun cameos. Justin, what were some of the highlights from you?
I mean, obviously, probably the community engagement and our little Twitter raids, as we like to call it. They went on quite a few raiding parties. I mean, crap, we had over, I think you said, in influencers who had retweeted what they had written and whatnot, we had close to, I think, 2.9 million followers combined between all those. So yeah, phenomenal. We went from 300 followers on our account to 1,565. So absolutely phenomenal. I mean, just huge.
That's a massive response. And, we got some good content that we're sharing, had some fun with a couple of faces, Reggie Jackson and a fun Trump video, things like that, to be able to give our community some ammo. But like, huge props to the community for getting out there. A 5 times increase in the amount of followers on Twitter in 6 days is something fantastic. So, I think the week that was really exciting. We've got a lot of eyes on us now. So let's talk about what's on deck. And we got a lot of stuff that we've been in a lot of meetings. I think you're getting sick of my face. You're probably getting sick of my voice and Steve's face. Steve's a little bit prettier than me, so maybe not as sick of his face. But we have spent a lot of time together this week and a lot of new things that we could discuss. What are some of the highlights for you?
It's been good. New roadmap coming out, and it's not going to be this huge shock and all. We're not changing anything. We're just updating a lot of stuff, bringing a lot of goals forward, so we're ahead of schedule. I think we'll roll that out in probably 4, 5, 6 days. I don't want to give an exact target. We want it absolutely polished, but let's see here. We've got the new roadmap. We've got the CMC listing that we're just waiting on. I mean, that's always good for a huge increase. Let's see. Yeah, kind of just honestly, the roadmap. Like, I'm so stoked, but I've got to throw away the key and keep that on the down low.
But there's some big stuff on there. Like you said, it's not a whole new direction, but what it is a very defined direction and some really great milestones for us to reach. And I'm super excited. I've been working on that with you and Steve and the rest of the team, and there's going to be some great stuff on there. There are a couple surprises. There are a couple of new things that you may learn when you see the roadmap. Let's go that way, and that's going to be really exciting, I think. Hey, you know me, I love just kind of the breadcrumbs there. So, and then the CMC listing, we're looking forward to that. I think it's just the volume push, but we're you can already see
we've got to push on volume. I mean, we've got a doctor in our group. He owns a eye center, and he's out sharing with his patients. So just keep that in mind. We really, really, really need to push this, because CMC is going to look, CoinMarketCap is going to look at our volume. So
excellent. And I want to touch on this because we get a lot of questions about the community on this. And again, we like to be transparent. We want to talk about what everyone's seeing, the multi-chain. So with Polygon and with Ethereum, they weren't available at launch, but that's not a bad thing, because we caught something that was pretty important, and CertiKey taking a look at that. Just give us a quick 60-second recap on what that means for the community.
Quick 60-second recap. So this is something that affects, thousands. Any reflection token that pays out in BUSD, USDT, any stable coin, That's where the disconnect, that's where the issue is. And I mean, we're talking, if this was implemented and someone was able to, figure this out, they could essentially freeze contracts up short circuit it, it's gone. And so people have millions in liquidity locked up. And again, this doesn't affect us. That's why we're paying out in home run reflections right now. But Certica is diligently working on a fix with Dark Horse on this, because again, it affects, it's going to be probably one of the top 3, if not first or second biggest security flaws in the history of crypto. So it's going to be huge. Great part is we paid Dark Horse to do their job, and they did their job phenomenal. They found this. So it's a good thing. So that multi-chain, again, everything's ready to roll out there, but it has to do with that Uniswap portion of the router. And so we're just being very cautious until Certica gives us the go ahead. Plus, honestly, guys, we don't want to launch in a small little, bear cycle anyways. So we want to be able to do that when we're starting to hit that upswing and really have momentum. So
perfect. Let's talk about that. Let's go around the league, as we like to say. Let's talk about what the market looks like. And as you mentioned, it's been down a lot. I mean, it's been a challenge, but we've been talking about this a lot, and there's a lot of white paper, a lot of expert opinion about this, where it's really important for now the tokens that are coming to market or in the market that have utility. This is where the cream rises to the top, right? So I think you wanted to address that and talk about the strength that we have in this market.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a short-term, quick make a buck, this is not the market to, this is not the market to jump into a pre-sale or a new coin and do that. But we're here long-term. This is our long-term goal. I mean, realistically, and this is not any price projections, but realistically, you look at the numbers, when we hit that market and we start to head up on the bull run, we're going to be situated realistically to see a $1 to $3 price point. I really firmly believe that. Again, do your own research. I'm not telling you it's going to be worth that. That's just my personal opinion. But honestly, this is a perfect time to launch this. Absolutely perfect.
I agree. I mean,
we're rid of the crap out there, the meme coins that have literally zero use case. They're giving crypto a bad name. Let's focus on projects with use case like ours.
Yeah, and I think we talked about that in the Goldman Sachs piece that was really important regarding the utility of tokens and how important it is to be positioned as a thought leader and an industry expert and lean on that expertise, and how we're positioning ourselves. When people say, hey, something's going to go 100x or 500x or whatever it is, you got lucky that you were there, that you were the right time. But my saying is luck is where preparation meets opportunity. So when the opportunity is there and we're prepared, luck is going to come into play for us. And I think we're at that ground floor level where right now, where everything's consolidating, we have a strong community of people holding and that all believe in this as well. And we've got a lot of watchers who are on the sidelines that are going to jump in soon or regret that they didn't jump in soon enough. And
exactly.
Let's see who's going to be the lucky ones out of that group, right? So thanks, Justin. I wanted to thank you again for joining. As we mentioned, we're going to be here every Wednesday with a review from the team, talking about what's going on, what happened, and what's ahead. Make sure, you send us your questions. We're always listening. We're happy to answer, and we really enjoy this time. Justin, thank you again for joining us.
No, thank you. And thanks, community. See you guys.
Thanks very much to everyone in the community, and we'll see you next week. Take care.